For over a decade, NASA's Mars rovers have explored our red planet neighbor. And in this video, we are going to look at how long these vehicles lasted on the Martian surface. You'd be surprised at just how long they've been out there. But before we get into it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up for more videos about space. NASA has sent several rovers to Mars over the years. However, we are going to focus on the two most recent ones, Curiosity and Perseverance. These rovers were both built with similar architectures, meaning their hardware was very much alike. With this in mind, let's see which one of them is the oldest. Curiosity landed on Mars on August 6, 2012. This rover was designed to last just 2 years on the planet's surface. So when it hit the 2-year mark, it greatly exceeded expectations. As of today, Curiosity has been rolling across the red planet for 11 years, 7 months, and 29 days. It's currently exploring the western side of the red planet and is still sending home valuable data to this day. Next up, we have the Perseverance rover. We all know that this rover is still on the planet because it's fairly new. In fact, it's only been there for a year and a few months. Perseverance touched down on Mars on February 18, 2021. At the time of making this video, it's been 409 sols or Martian days since it landed on Mars. A sol is the equivalent of a Martian day here on Earth. One full rotation of the planet Mars on its axis equals 1 sol. Therefore, 409 sols is equal to 409 days. Now that we know how long each rover has been on Mars, let's compare this to other missions that NASA has had on the planet. NASA has not only sent rovers to the red planet, but other types of vehicles too, such as the landers. Let's take a look at the longest living piece of NASA tech on Mars, and that's Opportunity. Opportunity was a rover that was launched on July 2004 as part of the twin Rovers missions along with Spirit. It landed on Mars 3 months later on January 2005. Opportunity was originally planned to last just 90 days on Mars. However, like Curiosity, it far exceeded this expectation. Spirit sadly died in 2010 after being struck by an unexpected dust storm, while Opportunity lived on for years after. On June 10, 2018, communications with the rover were lost during a dust storm. After 15 years, 3 months, and 5 days on Mars, Opportunity is now the longest-running rover on the red planet. This amazing feat puts Opportunity above the twin, Spirit, who lived for 6 years, 1 month, and 10 days. So how did Opportunity manage to stay alive for so long? Well, its mission was extended several times thanks to its incredible performance. There were many reasons why Opportunity managed to last this long. Scientists claim that its wheels were designed to withstand the tough terrain of Mars, allowing it to travel further than expected. Another reason was the scientific value of the location where it landed. Opportunity landed in the Entrance crater. This area was filled with lots of rocks and minerals that were rich in sulfates. These materials helped scientists better understand the history of water on Mars. The longest living lander on Mars is the Viking 1 probe. This mission landed on Mars back in 1976. It beat Opportunity by 5 years, as it only lasted on the planet for 7 years. The lander was designed to last just 90 days on Mars, just like Opportunity. However, it managed to exceed this by nearly 10 times. Communication with the lander was finally lost in November 1982. Some of the longest living spacecraft in our solar system have been the Voyager probes. They were launched in 1977 and are still sending home data to this day. In total, they've been in space for 46 years, 1 month, and 19 days. Voyager 1 is currently in interstellar space and is 15.679 astronomical units away from Earth. Voyager 2 is also in interstellar space and is currently 12.818 astronomical units away from Earth. For those of you who don't know, 1 astronomical unit is the average distance between the Sun and the Earth. It equals 149.6 million kilometers. One of the longest living spacecraft in our solar system belongs to the British. The spacecraft is called Beagle 2, and it was sent to land on Mars. The lander was meant to explore the planet's surface for 2 years. However, due to a failure on Christmas Day 2003, it ended up only lasting on the planet for just 9 days. But even though it didn't live very long, it did manage to send home some amazing images of Mars. Let's take a look at the shortest living Mars rover. That honor goes to Sojourner, which was sent to Mars as part of the Pathfinder mission. This rover was sent to test new technologies that would be used in future missions to Mars. It landed on Mars on July 4, 1997, and after 95 sols or 97 Earth days, it stopped communicating with the Pathfinder. The longest living spacecraft ever sent to another planet belongs to the Soviet Union. The spacecraft was called Vega 1, and it visited Venus. It landed on the planet on October 25, 1988, and it managed to survive the hellish conditions for 57 Earth days. The main reason for this was because it was equipped with a titanium shell, which protected it from Venus's harsh environment. It looks like the longest living vehicles on other planets are either landers or orbiters. This is because it's extremely hard to survive on the surface of other planets. Many rovers have tried to explore the surface of Mars, but they haven't been able to match the longevity of the rovers that have orbited the planet. Spirit and Opportunity were both orbiters sent to Mars in the early 2000s. They were designed to last just 6 months on Mars. However, both of them managed to live for years. Spirit's primary mission ended in March 2009, but NASA kept operating it for science, allowing it to continue exploring the planet until 2010. Opportunity's primary mission ended in December 2005, but like Spirit, it continued to send home data for several more years. Its secondary mission was planned to last 18 months, but once again, it greatly exceeded this expectation. If you think this is impressive, then check out the longest living orbiter on Mars. This is the Martian orbiter called Mariner 9. It was launched on May 31, 1971, and it reached Mars on November 14, 1971. It greatly exceeded its 1-year lifespan and lived for 14 years, 3 months, and 13 days. It sent home thousands of pictures of Mars, including some of the first close-up images of the planet's surface. There have been several other rovers sent to Mars over the years. So let's take a quick look at how long they lasted. First up, we have the Russian Mars rover called Lunokhod 1. It landed on Mars on March 2, 1971, and after 310 days, it went silent. Next up, we have Lunokhod 2. This is the first rover to explore another planet's surface. It landed on Mars on December 9, 1973, and after 147 days, it went silent. Then we have the Pathfinder. This American rover landed on Mars on July 4, 1997, and after 97 days, it went silent. Next up, we have the Phoenix. This American lander spent 153 days on the surface of Mars before going silent. When looking at the data, it seems like American-made rovers and landers tend to last longer than the Soviet and Russian-made ones. This could be down to many factors, but the main one is probably because America has more money to spend on these missions. All of the rovers that have been sent to Mars have vastly exceeded their initial lifespans. This is great news for scientists as they get more time to study the red planet. NASA is currently working on a sample return mission to Mars, which will bring Martian samples back to Earth for scientists to study. If this mission is successful, it could lead to humans visiting Mars in the next few decades. Now you need to watch this video on the most recent discovery made by the Perseverance rover, or have a look at this video instead.